Hi there. Thanks so much for joining me tonight. We are going to have some time for nighttime devotions. This week we're going to be hearkening it back to childhood. So perhaps even just saying that, you might have some immediate memories of how you prepared for sleep when you were a child. I'm going to read a section from Proverbs chapter 3 here, starting with verse 21, going to verse 26, that reminded me a little bit of going to sleep as a child. My child, do not let these escape from your sight. Keep sound wisdom and prudence, and they will be life for your soul, an adornment for your neck. Then you will walk on your way securely, and your foot will not stumble. If you sit down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. Do not be afraid of sudden panic or of the storm that strikes the wicked, for the Lord will be your confidence and will keep your foot from being caught. And so in this proverb, in this wisdom we have from Scripture, it does read like a prayer. We're asking for wisdom and prudence, and for a child that might be learning knowledge and how to make good decisions, how that we'll walk securely, being kept safe. When we sit down, we will not be afraid, and then especially that we will lie down and have sweet sleep. It's sometimes romanticized when we say sleeps like a baby, but we know babies, as they're growing, they might wake up often during the night with a cry. And even children, they might go throughout the day and they're so exhausted by the end of it, they don't want to sleep, or they're so excited by what has happened or what will happen. Sleep is hard to come by. And so we find out that it's good to do things like a sleep ritual, or some even call it sleep hygiene, to go through these things like singing a song, reading a story, and saying prayers. And so we establish this routine so that we're able to fall asleep and have restful sleep from childhood all the way to adulthood, where we're trying to make sure that we're ending our day well and having a good time of rest. Now, a lot of us may have learned childhood prayers, and I learned one that I would say most times with my mom at night, and she would be there to tuck me in, and we would go through our prayers. And it was very short, very simple, and it might be familiar to you too. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. And then we would say, God bless, and include lots of names, because I think it was a little bit of a mechanism to stay awake just that wee little bit longer. But it was also a way to go through all of the people who show care and are special in our lives. So we would say, God bless Mommy, God bless Daddy, God bless Katie, David, my siblings, all the way through the grandmothers and grandfathers, cousins, aunts, uncles, maybe even teachers, people we saw on the street. Who knows, depending on how late I would want to stay up. Maybe you've done something similar on your own or with family, going through all of those names that we can say of people who are dear and special to us. So this week, as you're going through nighttime devotions, think about what you did as a child and maybe try and repeat it. Or if you can't remember or didn't do anything as a child, you could borrow my sleep memories there, saying a short prayer and then going through, and this might be the most important part or the most helpful part for you, simply going through all of the people who show care, who are like family, who are great friends, and who are important to you, and say those names to yourself as you are praying for them these evenings coming up. I hope that might be a helpful way for you to have a way to wind down this week and to show that we are all so connected and so loved, whether it's biological ties, people we've met here at church, or people we encounter each and every day out in the world. So go ahead and try that practice this week. I hope it goes well, saying those names or thinking of another way that when you were a child, you wound down for sleep. I hope you have a great week, and peace to you this night.